Yeah, okay, but how are you going to run with all that shit? Because, I mean, think about it. How long is it going to be before you even hear about anything? How far spread?
Well, you got to survive first. You got to survive long enough.
Right, but I mean, you're talking about carrying all this shit, dude. I'm telling you, that's way too much weight.
Well, are we on foot? Like right now?
To start, you're on foot.
Well, to start, I'm on foot, so I want my pistol and my machete.
Pistol, machete. Yes, I actually shared a similar thought. I thought realistically, it doesn't even matter what kind of pistol, but it'd be a pistol with one bullet.
For you?
With one bullet, and like I said, I would actually go with something with a little more reach for
How do you know being a zombie is that bad?
You don't. All I can tell you is I'm not a cannibal, and I don't want to eat other human beings.
Well, we're not eating. We're just infecting them. The Walking Dead zombies were the ones that are eating people. We're just infecting other people.
That's true. Still, I mean,
maybe it's
I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want to bite anybody.
Maybe it's the greatest rush that you've ever felt in your entire life.
What, to bite somebody?
Is to be a zombie, run at them at 200% speed, faster than you ever ran before, jump like 50 feet in the air, and bite somebody's leg that's trying to fly away in a helicopter.
I don't know. This sounds like you might have thought about this a little too much.
I think that would be fun. Being a zombie would be fun.
You heard it here first. Casey accepts zombieism.
I'm not gonna take it laying down. I'm gonna go out with a fight. But
so he says.
Would I blow my own brains out in order to not become a super fast human that can jump many meters in the air and all I have to do is bite somebody?
Well, you know what? At the same point in time, I would just declare that as you jumping on the bandwagon.
I don't have to accept it. I just have to live with it.
Or not.
Or not.
Anyway, yeah, I went back and forth between, like, obviously, you gotta have a knife, for something. But I went back and forth on this one between, like a more or less like a light samurai sword or a machete. I feel more comfortable with the machete, so I'm going machete as well. Once again,
I mean a katana or short blade katana or something like that would be pretty cool. But I think machetes are just basic. I mean, you're not only just using it on zombies, you're also using it if you're going out into the wilderness to cut down some branches of trees and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I was good with machete. And when worst case scenario, there's plenty of material on them things to sharpen it down as you need, so it can last much longer than a sword. Like
a decent machete. I mean, most machetes are just long or flat type things, but a good machete that if you go by on the flip side has a saw type style pattern on the back. So you can saw down like trees, branches, and stuff like that. You could build.
I mean, some of them do, yeah, but not a lot.
Not a lot of them, but I mean, if you want to use a machete as like a survival blade, that's the kind of machete that you want.
That is true.
I don't know if you know this, but American Bayonets also have. They actually have 3 different uses. A military bayonet. So first,
a current military bayonet?
Current military bayonet. So first of all, it goes on top of the end of the weapon, so you can use it as to stab and slash. And then second, it is also has like a pair of pliers on it type thing, where the actual blade hooks onto. There's like a nub on the end of the sheath for the bayonet, and it connects, and then you can use it as to cut, and then for fences and stuff like that, it can cut through a fence. And second,
through a metal fence?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And second and third of all, it also has a pattern on the back for sawing.
Right. I mean, that's apparently the engineers were hard at work on that one.
And it's when you see a bayonet like that, it's not like I literally did not figure that out till like maybe like 3 years after I was in the army that you could do all this stuff with this bayonet.
Right. At the same point in time, I'm sure if you actually stab somebody with it, it would be a lot worse with the jagged edge and everything.
Right. And by the way, bayonets are not sharp. They are fairly dull, so they're going to do some damage if you hit somebody with it. It's kind of like a slash between a blunt object and a knife.
Right, okay. Well, thank you very much for that insight into the modern bayonet. All right, so let's go ahead and move on here. We discussed the scenario.
Right.
We have at this point in time touched on armor,
right?
Or
leather
everything.
Plus layers.
We have touched on weapons,
Bayonet, or bayonet, machete, pistol.
Yeah, basically. Now, I think we should, and we also discussed or touched on where we need to get to.
Got to go north. Got to go north or south, depending on where you are hemispherically.
Whichever pole you feel you stand a better chance of making it to. Now, for the next thing would be, what would be your original game plan? Just coming out of here.
Just coming
straight out the gate. Let's just say that it's at this point in time it's contained to a more urban and suburban areas. Not really out, in the rural area, kind of like where I am. Let's say you okay, let's take where you live. If you look out the window, you can maybe see like a small group running around
right
out in front of your house.
If I can
nothing
see
out here yet.
A small group. I'm getting my equipment ready, and I'm hopping in the car, and then I'm calling people. I'm calling my sister. I'm calling my mom and dad, and I'm telling my mom and dad to come meet me at your house.
Once again, meeting up at my house.
Yep.
My house is the shit.
From then, we listen to the news and we gather information, try to figure out what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We obviously look. We have eyes, as many eyes as we can, to get the windows and stuff like that, so we can see what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Work as a team. Work as a group.
Work as a team, work as a group. That's going to be very, very important going forward. I believe, especially with the much quicker zombies.
Right.
You can kind of go lone wolf with with the Walking Dead zombies, but
right.
these ones now.
And you can say equipment wise, you could also have.
We're going to touch on that here in a little bit.
Well, I mean, we were talking about armor, right? So if you have a group of people, you can have people for different duties or jobs. Yeah. You can have. Like if you have to, you can build have armored people that can build kind of like a wall around to protect, and you can have people that are less armored, clothed.
I don't think it matters because there's always going to be a vulnerable spot on that armor, no matter what kind of armor it is.
That's true, but what I'm saying is,
like I said, swarm. They're all on top of you. You're gonna get it.
All right. So you're just gonna go full speed sprint wherever you go.
No, I mean, we'll get into that.
All right.
So your original idea is just call everyone important, meet up at my house.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, my house is the shit, especially for an event such as this.
Right. You need somewhere out of the way. Where you can gather your idea, you can gather information,
and on top of that, easy access to a lot of important stuff, which is going to be coming up very shortly.
Okay.
So yes, my initial thing would be, first of all, I would call your ass first, be like, "Yo, shit's going down. Get the fuck over to my house. Grab your go bag." That would be the first thing. The first thing would be to consolidate.